And the Ducks will kick it away to start. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, getting it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive man.
They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Cook. Makes his connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Wants to throw on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Got a lot of running. Got enough space. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Missouri! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. First down here for the offense. Looking for a crease. It's James. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He makes the catch. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They keep attacking through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. On target to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
It's so important when his safety drops that he takes the right angles. You see those receivers flying across his face. He's got to go meet the ball and the receiver a lot of times at the same time. Great break. Great job getting to the football and then securing it. A lot of times you're like, oh, man, catch it, catch it, catch it. Not the best thing. That's what I'm saying.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misfire, now on second down. Back to pass, it's Cook. Throws to the back. Got his man down the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. He caught it. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
He's got it down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Keeps looking downfield. Complete to the left. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Comes out throwing on first down. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. You can't have any more turnovers.
And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Free snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long and field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Looking for the score. Snags it. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
Wait, line getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much.
And that pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Oregon! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And how great is it to see the most athletic position on the field doing work, showing he could be a running back, showing he could be a wide receiver. I mean, what else can't a defensive lineman do? What an athlete.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. They go to the ground. Got room at the 35. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Power football with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Cook. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go to the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Not really looking to score threes. It would have been a 50-yard field goal attempt. The offense trying to convert on 4th down. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical 4th down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
He's got the back in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. The short hands, it's Burden. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route, and good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing.
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air. It's Gabriel. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Got the quick pass. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle.
And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing them down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They'll line up for a second down play. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Trying to get to it. Got his man on the right. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays in.
Oh, it's loose. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
Looking downfield, it's Cook. quickly to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That last completion sets him up on second down. They'll run it. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll immediately call timeout.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Working that left side now. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Fielded in the end zone, it's James. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this.
Oh, picked off.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Cook. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's James. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's James. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And Oregon Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come.
Open runway ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
On the run, still looking. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. Finds his man down the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They've got it to a 2-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the third quarter. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game going for the onside kick here in the third. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. MIZZOU has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
He's going to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack, and I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing,
Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. The AT unit on the field. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the third. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing.
Makes the diving grab along the right sideline. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. To the air, it's Cook. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. With the catch, it's Johnson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's James. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking to buy time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. First down to start the drive after the break. The jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Missouri! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And he gets the first down, but, man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Using the quick game. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. Didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
Setting up the screen, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, You got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast